Carrie, where's your Jurassic Park 30th Anniversary Edition video? Carrie, where's it at? What's your thoughts on the game? Look, this is not the first time that Stern, let alone a pinball company in general, has done this, guys. What's up, guys, and welcome back to my channel where I talk and do everything pinball, and a special thank you to the over 8,200 of you out there that have decided to hit the subscribe button down below. It would seem that if you want to know what Stern's next games are going to be in the future, then you may want to start looking up the anniversary dates for certain IPs. I mean, we've got Elvira 40th, Bond 60th, and now we've got Jurassic Park 30th. I mean, there are now rumors that next year is going to be Godzilla's 70th. The most common game for them to reskin was their home pin. You had a George Gomez layout that would remain the staple for a few years. This layout was on games like Heavy Metal and Star Wars. And then Jack Danger designed the new layout for his Jurassic Park home pin. Seeing Stern recycle the layout, I don't think was a big deal for a lot of us because the home pin wasn't marketed to the majority. So it's understandable to not put resources into a new layout, especially since the Gomez layout was honestly pretty good for what it was. Now, I was going to go into further detail regarding these cash grabs, but I was like, I hope that a lot of you out there do see these certain releases as what they actually are, cash grabs. I mean, how many times has Jersey Jack released Wizard of Oz now? 3? 4? And the thing is, with this particular release, they're not even trying to hide that it's a cash grab. They know that all they have to do is make the game look special, different, how it stands out compared to the game before it. Let's powder coat it differently. We'll put some different art on the exterior. We'll put a plaque on there and call it limited. And then bam. Here comes those of you out there that feel so compelled to purchase it. And this is in the psychological tactics that they're using, they work on a lot of you, evidently. I mean, even though it's the same game, but they changed it aesthetically. And the work involved in that is maybe $500 per game. Maybe. But they're asking for thousands of dollars more than what I've got back here. But I will say there are differences between this anniversary release and the others. Jurassic Park is not a hard game to obtain. I mean, a year or two ago it was, and that's why I'm feeling very lucky that I got my game when I did, because at one point in time, they weren't making them, and everybody was holding on to them, which made it very difficult to obtain, and the demand was high. But this game has been, even just recently, on the production line, coming out the door, and they're readily available now, guys. Now, with Elvira, you had a limited original release. They didn't have, like, the pros. They had premiums, their limited edition, and their signature limited edition. So the game was already limited to how many games were going to be produced. So then they release this 40th edition, even though there were people still waiting for over a year at this point to get their premiums. Stern basically said, fuck off. We're going to make 199 of these 40th editions and charge $20,000 for them. Now, I honestly don't even know if those of you out there that were waiting for your premium Elvira ever actually got it. So if you are still waiting for an Elvira, let me know in the comments section down below. Now, Bond 60th was done by Elwin, and all of his games shoot great, but this game was very limited and too expensive for the majority of us enthusiasts. Not to mention, it wasn't a rehash or a reskin of an already established game. It was new. Jurassic Park is not limited. It is not new. The only new about it is the price tag. And I'm sure some of you are going to be like, well, it has that powder coating on it. Well, okay, well, you can purchase that through Prismatic Powders. The color is Illusion Copper. It sells by the pound. Just get you a pound of that and take your stuff to your local powder coater and spend a couple of $100. versus the thousands of dollars that you're going to be spending on this game. Now, you have a different art package. Okay. I mean, it's not going to matter to a lot of us out there because a lot of enthusiasts have multiple games, and the game's more than likely going to go into a lineup, and you're never going to really see what it looks like on the side anyways. Now, the art package for the 30th, it looks good. It's not horrible or anything, although I do still kind of prefer my Pro, mainly because it's Jurassic Park, like the original, and I think it's kind of weird on the 30th anniversary edition, which, by the way, 30th meaning 1993, meaning Jurassic Park 1, you have this dinosaur on the left side of the cabinet. Was this dinosaur in the original? No, he wasn't. Why is he on here then? When you are clearly celebrating the original movie from 30 years ago, why are you putting what I believe to be the Spinosaurus from Jurassic Park 3? Someone dropped the ball when it comes to continuity on this art package. They didn't even bother matching the T-molding to the armor powder coating. That would literally cost them maybe $5, if that, guys. They didn't give you the amber shooter rod, they didn't give you the topper, but they surprisingly enough did give you art blades, which is more I can say about Bond's 60th. And of course, they gave you that numbered placard. Make it shiny, make it limited, and they will buy it. I don't believe anybody's going to disagree with me when I say that Jurassic Park is a great game. There should be no argument there. But what makes Jurassic Park a great game? I mean, is it the art package? No. I would say that is actually the weak link on this particular release. Was it the fact that it was limited on release or anything? No, it wasn't a limited game. It's readily available for purchase right now, guys. What makes Jurassic Park a great game is what's underneath the glass. And so with the 30th anniversary edition, technically this game is going to be great because everything underneath the glass is the same. They're just going to charge you double than what they used to. But if you feel that the $13,000 price tag is worth it, you do you. Meanwhile, a lot of us Jurassic Park owners are going to enjoy playing the same game you are for half the price. Come here, let me show you something.
Is that the new one? Is that the new one?
Does it look new?
A little bit, because the front of it is not the same.